Okay, I've put a 500 ohm variable resistor between the emitter of this transistor and the ground, so now when I can... Hello, this is the disembodied head of Cool Dude Clem, here to tell you something. I'm here to tell you about a new thing that Cool Dude Clem is going to put on his YouTube channel. It's called Cool Dude Clem's Electronic Workshop, where Cool Dude Clem will be doing a lot of things, including fixing things, making things better, and of course, making his own electronic contraptions. And this is coming pretty soon to YouTube and Cool Dude Clem's YouTube. So until then, I don't know, whatever. I'm going to fart. You wouldn't have heard that. It was a silent one. Gotta get all the unpleasant noises out of me before I start making a video. We just better do bolts. I'll stop the microphone from off all these music. I would have liked to have had at least 20 ohms, but I think we'll have to settle for 5. And I just farted. Okay, and now it's me, Cool Dude Clem, here to talk. And the cat has decided to make weird noises. Excuse me a minute. Oh, never mind. The cat's weird. Anyway, hello, this is Cool Dude Clem, and... Stupid cat. Every time I go out there to see what's up, he shuts up anyway. Long Cloud Productions presents. Now I've just got to find my notes. Look at all that writing. All the notes that I'm going to, all the things I'm going to say about. I like to live my life very dangerously. Now I know that I can modify microwave oven transformers. This is now I know that I can modify microwave transformers. This is gonna provide a whole new doorway of things to... This is gonna... I'll say that again. Being kept busy and being busy burning little bits of holes and being busy building. Got a few interested electron. Alright. And if you want to see more from Cool Dude Clem's Electronic Workshop, click on the box on the right. 2.5 volts. That surprises me. And I'm just ogling some girls who are outside my window. Oh, they've gone away. The voltage at the non-inverting input must be half of what the supply voltage is, so I've set up, added, subtracted, added. No, I've already tried that. Put in. Yeah, I'll say put in. How much? So what is it? It's an op-amp. And this is a very good sounding microphone. Welcome to Cool Dude Clem's Electronic Workshop with me, your host, Cool Dude Clem. To show you how much that improves the output of the flyback. Now, I'd like to make that kind of electricity, but I don't think I'm going to somehow. Anyway, with the capacitors connected, can you see that? I'm just doing a little experiment here. Just getting my hair good. I don't know how good I look on this thing. Oh look, there's an aerial. And there's part of my arm. Let's have a look at what that is. Never mind. I'm just looking at the controls. I mean at the text while the camera constantly seeks to focus. Damn dog, it never shuts up. Doesn't even sound like a proper dog. Doesn't even have a proper bark, just goes roo, 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 roo. I mean, what kind of a bark is that, anyway? Like I was saying, enough fucking about. Oh, shut up. Gotta get on with the thing. I've forgotten my lines now. Hello! Tape recorder's on. I better turn the amplifier off because the microphone might feedback. Oh wait, I'm going to use the reel to record. It would help if this material wasn't so shiny. That's the main problem with this thing. Right. Hello there, this is the disembodied head of Cool Dude Clem, and I'm here today to tell you about what's coming to Cool Dude Clem's YouTube channel. It's called Cool Dude Clem's Electronic Workshop, where Cool Dude Clem will be fixing things, improving things, and making his own electric contraptions. So until then, stay tuned and, well, guess that's it really. Oh look, I've grown a body. I'm gonna record some video footage of nothing. Then I'm going to come onto the screen and see what goes on. What's going on? I will just walk into the frame. Okay, and here I am. In the frame. Actually, I'm not in the frame, am I? No, I'm in the frame. Very, very slanted. Because of the stupid way the camera is set up right now. Now I'm going to walk out of the frame. Now I'm going to put this into Premiere and see what happens. Because you're hearing the sound quality of this thing as of right, well, hearing this, well, okay. That original audio out of the ARC, which is what I'm going to do today. No, that's not what I was supposed to say. I was supposed to say that's frequency modulation, not blah blah blah. And now I've got to talk about my power supply that I'm making. When I've done winding the primary, I'll take these boxes out, then I'll maybe hot glue them in place. Then I'll test the primary to see if we've got good induction, and here's how I'm going to do it. So here I have a transformer's primary connected in series with a light bulb, and even though the primary of this transformer is only 26 ohms, as you can see, the bulb is only glowing a little tiny bit. Because you've got to remember that the induction in the transformer is going to make the AC resistance of the primary much higher. In this case, I think it's about 850 ohms, something like that. So I can tell that this transformer has good induction. And this is what I want to see when I connect this primary in place of this one. I only want to see that bulb glowing a little tiny bit, like it is right now. And when I've got the new secondary wound on that transformer, if I short out that secondary and this happens, I'll know I have a good transformer. Okay, it's time to put this thing through its paces. Now, I've wound as much turns as I can onto that, while keeping it only to about a third full. So this is absolutely crammed full of windings. There is absolutely no more that I can put in there. And that's come to exactly 5 ohms. I couldn't have done that better if I tried. I would have liked to have had at least 20 ohms, but I think we'll have to settle for 5. Anyway, over here, because I don't have a variac, I have 3 transformers with the secondaries all wired in series, and out of that I can get about 175 volts. I don't know if you can see that on the meter. My arm's probably blocking the view, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. Let's just try to rearrange things around so you can see more easily. So you might be able to see 176 volts, give or take. Actually, I better put this other probe somewhere where it won't come into contact with anything it's going to fry. Now, I've done a graph with connecting this transformer up to some of the up to the outputs on this transformer, and I could get up to about 75 volts out of that. And as you can see, it's drawing no more than about 130 milliamps. So we've got amps going up this side here all the way up to 1 amp, and volts along this axis all the way up to 250. So I'm going to test this at some more different voltages and plot a graph, and we'll see how things go. Well, the results are in, and powering this at nearly 180 volts, it's drawing 478 milliamps, which is a little bit worrying because when you turn to the graph, as you can see, the voltage is starting to climb pretty quick. I mean, the current is starting to climb pretty quick. See both amplifiers, and I've put them both on the same piece of board. There's a wire here I forgot to glue in, but it doesn't really matter. That one's not going to be moved about. But we have both the amplifiers on the board here, and if I turn up the sound level, you might be able to... It's coming out the speakers and feeding back, so won't bother you with that. And now let's just move the camera back so you can see the actual setup. I've got it connected up to my 2 bookshelf speakers, and I'll just give you a little demo of it now. I'll play a tape. I'm sure you'll recognise this music from somewhere. I know that doesn't sound very loud at the moment, because that's because I've got the microphone right up onto my shirt, so it's hearing more from me from the speakers. But trust me, that was quite loud, and it can go way louder than that. But you really have to be here to hear the sort of sound quality this thing has. I mean, it just you have to hear it in person to hear how it sounds. But anyway, we know this sounds good, and we know it can go loud. But I'm going to put this aside for a moment, because I've got another little thing I want to try out. Now, do you remember this? If not, let me bring you up to speed. This is the amplifier from the Amplifier Adventure 2. You know, that one that failed epically and just did not do what I wanted it to do. It was supposed to do at least 5 watts, and I got pretty much bugger all from it. About 1 to 2 watts at the most. Well, I think I know where I went wrong with this thing. You see these 4 transistors along here? Not these 4 big ones, but these 4 other ones, these 4 little ones next to it. Well, these are BC 547s and 548s, I think. BC 547s and 548s? No, sorry. BC 548s and 558s. And when I was making this, I stupidly forgot to check the transistors pinouts, and I put these in the wrong way around. So that's why it's not doing as good as it should. In fact, I'm surprised it works at all, but I'm going to try turning each one of these 4 transistors round and seeing if that makes it work any better. I've now flipped round these 2 transistors. As you can see, these 2 are facing a different way to what these 2 are facing. just get the input transistor out the way so you can see it. Now I've got it hooked up to my homemade power supply. Now I'm going to turn it on. Okay, it's drawing about 10 milliamps. Now I haven't got any heat sinks on this, so I don't want to run this for too long in case it gets hot or something, but got it hooked up to this little Dura brand speaker. And I'm going to touch the input with my hand. Let's see if it does anything. Wow. I think that's more power than that's ever put out before, so that seems to be good. I'll see how this handles an audio signal. Got it hooked up to my cassette deck and this much bigger speaker, so we should be able to see the cone movement. Actually, this speaker doesn't sound too good. You can hear a sort of... Well, that speaker was a lot better yesterday, I can tell you. I think my other amplifier might have killed it. Still, let's see what... Oh, hang on a minute. Pressed the wrong button. Got my own voice coming out through it. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Right, okay. Enough messing about with that. Let's see if this thing works any better now. Okay. Still clipping if I turn it up, but I think that's doing much more than it ever did. Also, I'm only running this on 12 volts, so, you know, can't expect too much power to come out of it. Well, with more voltage comes more power, apparently. I'm running this now on about 20 volts when I play it. Much more power. But of course, not going to run it too long without that heatsink on it, because you don't want it to overheat or anything. But anyway, I'm going to swap the other two transistors around now, and put that back here, which is where I was using it for my computer amplifier. And, well, I guess that's just about it for this edition of Cool Dude Clem's Electronic Workshop. Got a few interested electronic...